Hi friends, up until now we have understood what the structure of our Rider-Waite tarot deck is. We have seen that out of the 78 cards, we have 22 cards belonging to the major arcana, and the remaining 56 cards are divided into 4 suits. We have also understood what the 4 suits are briefly about. In case you have not seen that video, I have provided the link in the description box. In the previous lecture of the Wands suit, we have also understood that the suit of Wands depicts the action aspect and the career aspect of a person's life in a tarot card reading. We have understood in detail what the Wands suit is all about. In case you have not seen that video, that link is also provided in the description box below. Now today we will understand what the suit of cups represents in a tarot card reading. Before we begin today's lecture, friends, in case you want to be a professional tarot card reader, or else even if you want to just be reading for yourself or your friends, we keep uploading courses and detailed materials, short courses. We have different kinds of materials being uploaded, so you can subscribe to our channel. You can also hit the notification bell so that you can receive the regular updates as and when the lessons are being uploaded on the channel. Now coming back to our suit of cups, the cup, as we all know, is something which we drink out of, which is why the cup represents everything in our life which is life-giving, nourishing, fluid. Obviously, when we talk about fluidity, the element of our suit of cups is water. Now, as we had discussed in the lecture about minor arcana, we had talked about each suit having a bij mantra, which makes it simpler for us to remember and recollect everything else related to that suit. So we had discussed that the bij mantra for the suit of cups is emotions. So all we need to do is remember the bij mantra of emotions and remember that we drink out of a cup. And everything else about the cup suit falls into place. So we understand that obviously it symbolizes pleasure. It fulfills us. When we drink, it quenches our thirst. So it is the suit of fulfillment and happiness and joy and all things nice and fulfilling and bright and cheerful. It is the happiness in our life. Also, when we talk of emotions, it is our love life. It is also all our relationships. It extends to all relationships where love is there. It extends to our friendships. If you look at the cards in front of you over here, you can see a lot of cards representing love. You will get that feeling. In this today's lesson, we will not discuss in detail what each card means, because I would like you to look at the cards and develop your own sense of what you pick up from each card. You see, tarot is about connecting. You need to connect to two things. One, you need to connect to the cards. And the second, you need to connect to yourself internally. You need to connect to your intuition. So you need to be able to look at cards. Now each card has many meanings, which we will of course study when we are doing each card separately. But out of those many meanings, in a particular reading, one meaning will have greater significance, or the card will have a different meaning in one reading and another different meaning in another reading. So which is why when you look at a card, you should be able to pick up from there which meaning holds significance for that reading, and that will be easier for you when you learn to connect to yourself as well as to the card. So right now I would like you to look at the cards and get a feeling, what does each card mean for you? When you look at the first card, what kind of a feeling do you get? At least you'll be able to understand whether it gives you a happy feeling or a sad feeling. If it has a positive impact on you when you look at it, or a negative impact, each of the cards for that matter. You look at them and you get the feeling whether it's giving you a happy or a sad feeling. See, if you remember when we had seen the suit of wands and we had seen all the cards there, when we looked at that, it was a lot about strength and power. Just looking at the wands, straight and unbendable, looking at that, those 14 cards together, they gave us a feeling of this, strong thing which is unshakable and something dependable. You can just hold on to it, lean on it. On the other hand, when you look at the suit of cups here, there's a feeling of fulfillment and happiness. But then on the other hand, when the suit of cups becomes, so everything has a positive as well as a negative. So when your emotions are fulfilling, they give you happiness. But then on the other side, the same emotions, when they are not fulfilling, either that or else when you're deprived of emotions, deprived of happiness, it'll give you a sense of sadness, dismay, could be depression, feeling of being unfulfilled by those very emotions. Now, since the suit of cups is all about emotions, joy, fulfillment, the entire suit, the cups, basically the element cup, it represents the humane part in every human being, the sensitive, the vulnerable, the feeling part of us. Just as the suit of wands was talking about or representing the doing part of us, the cups is the feeling part of us. And since the cups represents the feeling part of us, it is about tapping into what we are feeling with such an intensity that when it goes into the extreme, then cups also represents our psychic powers, our ability to be intuitive. Sometimes people can be so psychic that they get visions, so that is also represented by cups. Now this can also go negative. When visions go negative, they become illusions. So somewhere or the other, it also represents illusions. Now if you look at the entire 14 cards, can you identify which card over here could be representing illusions? Which is representing happiness and joy? Which one is representing sadness? Which is representing fulfillment and which is representing unfulfillment? Just connect with the cards. Now what happens when the cups cards appear in our reading? We have to look at whether the cups in the particular reading are denoting that they are kind of creating an empty life because the cups are empty, or they are creating a fulfilling life for our subject. Is the content of the cup also positive or negative? Is it acting like life-giving water or is it acting like poison? Is the person able to manage his emotions and feelings, or are the emotions and feelings getting the better of him and in a way kind of destroying him, overpowering him? See, because the cups also represent the space spiritual experiences in our lives. Of course, they represent affairs of the heart, they represent all our love and relationships, friendships, but then also the spiritual experiences. So what happens when we have a reading? We draw out our cards and we see absolutely no cup cards in the reading. Some of you may feel that the question may be not related to relationships or love, but suppose the question is related to work. The work is there, but is it meant to fulfill you or not? Will it give you joy or not? If there are no cup cards, then you are working and slogging and it is not fulfilling you in any way. It is not giving you any kind of joy, any pleasure. Or maybe it is a work that you don't enjoy. You're being forced to do it. On the other hand, when you see a lot of cup cards, again, we have to see whether the cup cards are positive, whether the positive cards have been pulled out or the negative have been pulled out. Either way, there are emotions involved. But whether those emotions are happy or sad will be determined by two things. One, which of the cup cards have been pulled out, and second, which position the cards are in, which we will understand subsequently when we are doing the spreads. But also how the other cards are depicting. What are the other cards that have been drawn for that reading? Again, as we had discussed in the Suit of Wands, there should be a good balance of cards as far as possible. With respect to the structure of the Suit of Cups, we have already discussed this twice over. I will not go into details in this. You can look at the minor, you can watch the minor arcana video again. Just to take a recap, these 10 cards, 7 and 3. These 10 cards are our Suit of Cups minor arcana, and these 4 are also Suit of Cups, but they represent the court cards. Now, what are the positive attitudes which one can take associated with the Suit of Cups? There is contentment, fulfillment, there is love, there is ability to feel compassion, being compassionate. Are you understanding towards others? Are you sensitive towards the feelings of others, the needs of others? Happiness, creativity also to a certain extent along with the Suit of Wands. Creativity is an interesting thing. It keeps coming up in almost every suit. It comes up in the Suit of Wands in a certain way, the Suit of Swords in a certain way, Suit of Cups in a certain way. But how it is different in each, we will discuss once we have discussed all the suits. And what happens when someone has a negative attitude? Then the negative attitudes associated with the cups will be, there can be lust, there can be jealousy. In love, there can be a lot of jealousy. There can be also, love gone negative will become hatred. And of course, when there is no fulfillment, there will be sadness. So friends, today we have understood what the Suit of Cups signifies in the tarot deck. We have also understand what it signifies when it comes up in a reading, what happens when it does come up, does not come up. When it comes up in excess, means there are too many emotions involved. Then we have also discussed the positive and negative attitudes towards the Suit of Cups of a person. So we will go into greater detail about the Suit of Cups. We will be going into one card per video and understanding what each card means. But for now, we will start with the Suit of Swords. So let us move on to the next video of the Suit of Swords. In case there are any questions that you have about the suit of cups, not understood anything, you can of course watch the video again to memorize things, but then you can also post your questions, queries in the comments section below. We will try and answer these. So have a good day, friends, and I'll see you with the next video.